Well, good afternoon, everyone. Meteorologist Michael Wilhite here with Southern Indiana weather. What a gorgeous day it is. Is it not nice to see temperatures in the 50s? And folks, this is really where we should be this time of the year. Actually, we're a little bit below normal still. Our normal high is 56 today, and we made it all the way up to 50 outside, and that's probably about as good as we're going to get. But hey, we'll take that over the snow that we've had any day and any time. Our forecast today, sponsored by High Voltage Mobile DJ Services. You can give Nathan a call, 630-9465. Be sure to visit their webpage here on the web, djhighvoltage.com. While you're there, you can check out their pricing. You can take a look at some pictures of the mobile stage. You can get their contact info and much more. Give them a call and tell them Southern Indiana weather sent you. Alrighty, satellite and radar into motion. Really not much of anything. Some showers up to our north in northern Indiana, but nothing going on down here. But you notice we got some clouds funneling into the area. Temperatures have already risen into the low 50s area wide, and that is certainly nice to see. Again, that's 2 or 3 degrees really below where we should be for our high temperature this time of the year. But hey, considering the 9 inches of snow we've had the other day, I don't know about you, but I'll take this. It's certainly a welcome thing. Now, of course, with the warmer weather is going to come some problems in the form of flooding. We're already seeing some flooding out there. In fact, here's a picture that one of the conservation officers posted on the DNR Law District 8 website, and this is actually Blue River. This is Breeden's Bridge down there on the border of Harrison and Crawford County. A great little spot there if you've ever been there, but you can see, if you know the area, how far up Blue River is. And this is just one of many rivers across the area that are up like this. And unfortunately, we got some rain on the way this week that could make things even worse, which we want to talk about that. Let's time it out here on Future Radar. Our first chance will come on Monday night after midnight, but really probably closer to Tuesday morning. Monday, not going to be a bad day at all, a partly sunny day, and with temperatures into the 50s again. Hey, we'll take that. Here we are going throughout the day, and if I can get the daggone Future Radar to come into motion, you'll be able to see it. It wants to cooperate with me. There we go. Here's through the day on Monday. You see the rain from the south starting to move in. By the time you reach Tuesday here at 4 a.m., Monday night into Tuesday morning, you start to see that rain lifting up. And as we continue out the loop, you can see, well, we've got some potentially decent little showers moving our way. And really, it looks like a good chunk of the day on Tuesday could end up being wet. And of course, that is not the only rainmaker that we're going to have to deal with. If we just go out to the GFS, we've got yet another rainmaker to deal with this weekend. Let me back this up here. Here is, let me put this here. Here we go. Here's what we're dealing with on Tuesday. There's a little rainmaker that moves in. Low pressure system down to our south. Apologize, I should have had this pulled up. That moves away there for Wednesday, but by the time Thursday comes, we got another rainmaker, a form of a low pressure, and just look at all this Gulf moisture here just being sucked up from the Gulf of Mexico. Northward, of course, this is going to bring a warm up with it, and so 50s are going to be the rule of thumb. I've even got some 60s in the 10-day outlook. Can't beat that, but definitely some heavy rain. Take a look at this as the weekend rolls on. By the time you get into Friday afternoon, you're still into some heavy rain, even lingering into Saturday with some rain before the system finally starts to move out of here. And then another cold front dives through later on next week, maybe with some rain up to our north. Very low chances of anything. We'll keep an eye on that for us. But for the big thing here is there's going to be a lot of rain to deal with. How much rain are we talking about? Well, according to the GFS model, potentially 3 inches of rain area wide here. 3.3 inches here is what it's calling for at the Huntingburg Airport. A little over 2 there at Evansville. Maybe about 4 inches towards Louisville, and even an inch as far north as Bloomington. This could be a very bad news with rivers already up like this, for example. And then you add, another 3 inches or so of rain on top of that, plus a 9-inch to over a foot in some places of snowpack that's melting off, and of course most of it's gone by now, but that's of course the reason why you've got flooding going on. The heavy snowpack that's melting off, the rivers are already elevated, and of course if we add another, even 1 inch would be bad, but 3 inches could be very bad this week. So some flood watches may come out later this week. It's something that we're going to have to keep an eye on. Ohio River is already underneath of a flood warning, and many of its tributaries likely will go underneath of some flood warnings as well this week. But it's springtime. Springtime often brings rain. At least the snow is gone, but we got some flooding problems that we may end up having to deal with. So, if you travel to work through some low-lying areas that are prone to flooding, keep that in mind this week. You may end up having to take some alternate routes, so plan ahead. All right, here is what we can expect long-range wise, though, because good news is it looks like spring has finally sprung. Daylight savings time, of course, began last night, and you know, now spring officially begins on the 20th. Meteorological spring has already started. But take a look at what the temperatures from the GFS ensembles over the next 16 days. Just very pleasant weather on the way. In fact, we've even got some temperatures in the 60s. There is some data from the European model I don't have pulled up here to show you, but there are some data from the European model saying that early next week we might even hit the 70s with bright sunshine. Now, wouldn't that be a nice treat for where we've been? So we'll take it one day at a time. Again, 56 is our normal high temperature. So you can see there's going to be some days that we go above normal and some days near normal. But it's certainly a return to some much more pleasant weather. And I don't know about you, but I'm certainly ready for it. All right, here's your 10-day forecast. We can go to southernindianaweather.com, get this. Download our mobile app for Google Play or the App Store. You can get a great radar of the 10-day forecast. You can get access to our forecast discussion blog posts and so much more. All of our videos will be on there as well. Tonight, not a bad night overall. Just starts to cloud up a little bit. Tomorrow, a pretty nice day, partly sunny. Look up this, 52 for your high. The rain chances move in after midnight Monday night. Good rain chances for Tuesday. Only up to 50. I could see us potentially staying in the 40s if the rain becomes even heavier with that. So, but anywhere near 50 is pretty good for where we have been. And then as we scroll on down, take a look at the rest of this, folks. 57, 56, 55, some heavy rain potentially there on Thursday and Friday, starting to end on Saturday. 57 though, and look at this. By the time next week comes, I've went with 65 for next Tuesday. The Euro model actually has us at 74 with mostly sunny skies. Some of the other models are not going that high yet. They've clouded us up a little bit more, so that'll something that can work out over time. But hey, I'll take 65 or 74. It really doesn't matter to me either way right now. That's some very pleasant weather on the way. So again, no snow in sight with this. So you know, maybe our snow is done. Let's keep our fingers crossed. We'll just have to see. That's not to say that it won't snow the rest of this year. Folks, last year we had snow on March 25th, just some light snow showers early in the morning. So, you know, it's possible later this month we could end up seeing that. You see another little cool down starting to come here, but the ensembles here are really only keeping it into the upper 40s or low 50s. So no danger of snow yet, but that's something we'll keep an eye on for later in the month. As the if you've heard me talk about the MJO is forecast to go back into the cold phase again. If it goes pretty strongly, there's a hint that maybe we could get something, but it's not looking overly impressive to me at this point. And of course, later in the season we go, harder it's going to get to come up with those snowfalls. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on it and we'll see. But either way, we've got some very, very pleasant weather coming along. So get out and enjoy the weather while we can. So again, sort of to recap, the high temperatures this week in the 50s, and the flooding will be the biggest concern. So we'll keep an eye on that. Keep it tuned here to Southern Indiana Weather on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter at SouthernINWX, and we'll get through this together. I'm meteorologist Michael Wilhite. Thanks for watching this long-range update. I'll see you next time, folks. Take care. Stay safe.